The Podcast in Disguise is a production made by Channel 23 Productions. The Transformers! More than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battles to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons! The Transformers! Podcast in Disguise! Transformers! More than meets the eye! Transformers!
I mean, you could always eat the leather off the top of your shoe. I mean, that could always happen.
People have done that in the hard times. You know, when communism hits the Eastern Europe, it's like, well, time to eat the fucking shoes.
It's always the shoes to go first, Dallas. It's never the truth or anything like that. It's the fucking shoes.
And that's when you get the sawdust bread and the bread lines, and then you're not allowed to say anything bad about it, because then, you know, if you do not like the glorious system that you helped overthrow your government for, it's like, there's a sick part of me that kind of wishes that the blue hairs get their way.
I'm intrigued, Dallas. Tell me more.
You know the type, the cat eye glasses, and the blue hair, and the septum piercing, and then I hate everything that you disagree with.
You just take that magnet up to him. You're like, come here, come here.
It's you know, anything left of Karl Marx is Nazism. Those kinds.
Okay, yeah.
And
No, I know those kinds.
They're like, yo, America would be so much better if it was communist.
Be like, really?
And
Really?
It's like, you know, I've been to Eastern Europe. No, it wouldn't.
That's all you say to him. You're just like, well, I've been there.
And they, oh, that's not.
You're
real.
wrong.
That's not real communism. Oh, I've seen real communism.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, how it fucking feels to eat your shoe. And on that note, welcome everybody to the Podcast in Disguise. I'm Kevin Porter, Dallas Baldwin here, dude. We just watched episode 7, Fire in the Sky, Dallas. Initial
this
thoughts.
one was a banger.
Banger, right?
This is no embellishment. This is one of my favorite episodes, especially one of my favorite early episodes of the Transformers. Especially because it introduces a very enigmatic character that is big in just about every iteration of Transformers in one way or another. Always depicted as a Decepticon turncoat that ends up with the Autobots, whether it's the Michael Bay movies or
You said it, not me.
or Transformers Energon, Armada, the other franchises that came after that. They've always depicted Jetfire a certain way. In the cartoon, he's known as Skyfire. And
I was going to say, like, when you're like Jetfire, I was like, no, Skyfire, Dallas. And you're like,
It's a hard habit to break if you're only
Kevin.
It's a hard habit to break if you're only used to the cartoon. And
I'm not far enough in the comics to where I've gotten to his character yet. I just got to Shockwave showing up. And I'll tell you what, dude, the comics do Shockwave way fucking better than they do in the fucking cartoon. I feel like Shockwave just shows up on Cybertron. In this one, he's like buried in fucking Earth in the comics, and the Dinobots come to life. Like they create the Dinobots in order to defend the Ark from fucking Shockwave, and it's like, what the fuck?
Shockwave, you know, Megatron's always depicted as the big bad, but even in comics where Megatron's more seriously depicted rather than kind of the buffoonish villain, Megatron, there's a sense of honor to Megatron. At least
there is. There's like, I remember in the comic that I was reading last night, there was this scene because at the very end they were like, and one part he's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill Optimus Prime, and then he shows up. He's like, I will let fucking Optimus Prime show up and, you know, peacefully fucking give himself up. It's like, that's not what you were saying 2 pages ago.
But when it comes to just pure logic-driven evil, you really can't top anyone other than Shockwave. Shockwave has no personality, no emotion.
Who's a pure robot?
He'll always say in every various, especially in the later IDW comics that they depicted him in, which really expanded on the character. He uses logic to explain his evil every single time, and he's so cold as a character.
He's kind of like Hitler. He's like, well, I logically explained why I exterminated 6
something
billion
creepy
Jews.
about the fact that he has
like,
no
no,
face.
Hitler,
it's
no!
Just that one little light in the center of a box, and you can't tell what he's thinking. And he doesn't react emotionally to anything.
No emotion.
He just murders.
Just murders and kills, dude. He's like a fucking Terminator from the future, bro.
I mean, in the IDW comics, he attempted to destroy everything because he deemed and logic dictated that the universe would be better off without sentient life.
Well, you know, the Earth is a pretty cool place. I know there's a lot of fucking evil shit, but I mean, most of the time we get along.
It's basically like justifying eradicating the entire human race because some of them are really shitty.
But there's some good people too. Fucking Shockwave, come on, dude.
Exactly. The good people don't do enough to take care of the evil, and that was where logic was like, well, if they're all dead, then everything will be okay.
Shit, dude. Couldn't have said it better myself, dude. Fucking, but Jetfire shows up, dude. It's a pretty big episode that we just watched.
It really expanded on Starscream's character. Before the Decepticon Autobot War, back when Starscream was Sky Commander, the military forces of Cybertron, before everything split in two, he was friends with a scientist and explorer named Jetfire, or Skyfire in the cartoon.
Or his gay lover, as I call him.
Yeah, there may have been a little homoerotic.
I mean, it was off the charts, dude. I'm like, I want to see some robot-on-robot action, Dallas.
And Starscream, who's normally very loud and shrill and angry about everything, actually, for once, talks very fondly about another living being, which is something he almost never does.
Like, Starscream, are you getting a little emotional over this relationship? I wonder why.
Starscream, why do you care so much for this creature?
They've swapped motor oil, of course.
Yeah, they swapped motor oil. Someone put a screwdriver in someone's monkey wrench, you know?
It feels a little tight here. Let me loosen that for you.
But Starscream says, I knew him once, and explains that he and Skyfire went to explore some backwater called Earth, which Starscream never mentioned when Megatron brought it up the first time in the first episode.
That's what I was kind of wondering. It's like he's been here?
It slipped his memory. He's like, oh yeah, I've been here once. But they were exploring, and obviously being 4 million years ago, there was no humanity or civilization, so they claim they explored a backwater with no sentient life. When exploring the Arctic, that didn't exist 4 million years ago,
or 8 million years, whatever fucking million years ago it was, dude. It's like, no, Antarctica has always fucking been there.
Yeah,
Don't read the history books, kids.
Antarctica was basically Hawaii back then.
Right? Well, that's the way it is in the comic book when they find fucking Shockwave, dude. They go up there. It's like, yeah, dude, this is all fucking Hawaii and shit, dude. Tropical islands and shit, dog.
And yeah, there's a big snowstorm, and Skyfire's blown off course and falls into a cave. And Starscream, could go looking for him. And he says he searched for him for hours, but it doesn't show that.
We gotta combine it into like 5 seconds.
We'll just have to take Starscream's word for it. He's like, I searched everywhere for him, but he was gone.
But he was gone. Like you were saying during the delivery of that right there.
Yeah, like I said, Starscream's normally very shrill and angry when everything he says, my time will come.
It's like, okay, Starscream, go fucking drink your cranberry juice, bitch.
He actually almost sounded sad when he said, I searched everywhere for him, but he was gone.
Because him and Jetfire are fucking, they're fucking lovers, bro. Like,
Megatron's too much of a top for Starscream's taste,
Straight up, dude.
He's like, maybe Megatron will let me be on top once. Never, Starscream. Never.
You are bottom forever.
Over my dead gear shaft.
Now take my screws. Oh, Starscream.
Toxic relationships.
Yeah. Starscream's had a couple of them, apparently. Anyway, keep going.
But they resurrect Jetfire. They bring him back into the fold, and Starscream, Jetfire's surprised to see Starscream, his old friend, and he explains, the righteousness of the Decepticon cause, and Jetfire says, okay, that sounds like...
Sounds like some fucking communism here, guys.
Well, of course, Starscream's perception on the conflict is going to be favorable to himself. So he says, exactly. We're at war against the evil Autobots. And, Jetfire's like, well, if we must fight evil, then we can. I make the transition from scientist to soldier. And dons the Decepticon insignia on his chest. And
we forgot about it at the beginning, dude, when they show up and then like, fucking Spike's all like, dude, it's fucking snowing in Arizona. Like, and we're like, dude,
it's snowing in Arizona in July.
And Optimus Prime's like, no, global warming. We need to contact Al Gore, and they find out where.
Yeah,
all
that's when
coming
they contact Al Gore, and he goes off on Man Bear Pig, so they decide to cut him out of the episode. He's like, no, I'm totally serial.
He was there all the way back then, ladies and gentlemen. Man Bear Pig's always been there.
But after Skyfire is brought into the fold, the Autobots and everyone shows up in Antarctica to find out the Decepticons are siphoning the energy from the Earth's core.
Of course, like, what else are they going to be doing?
And of course, because this always goes so well for them every time they do shit like this.
Every fucking 7 episodes in Dallas, every single episode, the plot point's been the fucking same.
Yep.
Decepticons need fucking energy. They're going to send it back to fucking Cybertron.
Well, that's central to their whole conflict, to be fair. But
yeah, well, 7 episodes in, I guess we're going to ride this one for a while.
It's at this point, no one seems to know, including the people writing this show, that Optimus has the Matrix of leadership, the literal living fucking spark of Cybertron in his chest, and could just reignite that shit now. But they'll get there. They'll get there.
I mean, eventually you got to realize that, Optimus Prime's got that shit, dude. I mean, come on, dude.
But, yeah, Jetfire is a really enigmatic character and is a really great example of how loose a lot of copyright laws and things like that were back in the day. Jetfire was one of the only toy models they took over from a company called Macross or Harmony Gold.
So I've never even heard of any of those companies. Like, before you brought them up today, I was like, dude, there's a lot of swapping going on around here. In these
There was.
episodes.
The two main lines that they drew the figures, the toys from,
Yeah.
were, like we discussed on the last one, were Tomy had the licenses for Microchange as well as Diaclone, and those made up bulk of the transforming toys that became the Transformers. But they reached
It's capitalism right there, dude. Take something that already exists, pay for it, and just make it better and make $1 million.
But they reached out, and I'm sure you're aware. I'm sure you probably heard of Bandai before.
I've heard of Bandai, yeah.
Bandai was responsible for the production of a lot of the transforming toys that made up Macross, or Robotech as it was known in the United States.
Okay, yeah. Now we're getting down to the fucking nitty-gritty, dude.
The toys that Bandai did for Macross were called VF-1 Valkyries in their universe. And Shoji Kawamori, who was a mechanical engineer who designed a lot of the Transformers but also did work for Bandai, was aware of that toy line and said, hey, maybe we can license the use of one of these models for another character that I have in mind. Shoji Kawamori designed the original Starscream, Optimus Prime. He even, to this day, still does engineering on upcoming Transformers and toys that come out to this day.
That's pretty cool, dude.
And he still works for Bandai. He was the primary writer and designer of the Macross series. So he was aware of it, and he was able to get the licensing for one figure, the VF-1 model they use for Jetfire.
Right.
And but Bandai wasn't having it when it came to the cartoon, and I think they were a little jealous of how big that became in the States.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So
Transformers was huge.
I don't know if they didn't expect it to become that big when it jumped off, because Jetfire was one of the early Transformers to come out, and they were like, "No, you're not putting the VF-1 in your cartoon. We have the VF-1 in our cartoon. It's not happening." So they were like, "Well, we still."
You're not gonna top dog my fucking shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna top dog me in my own fucking house. They feed on us. Coming soon. But they were, because of the copyright issues, they weren't able to depict Skyfire or Jetfire, and that might have even had something to do with the name change, although the name had nothing to do with Macross either way.
Right.
And I honestly don't know why the name change differed.
Because they wanted to say fuck you to those guys. They're like, fuck you, you're not going to let us use that original design. We're going to fucking change the name, bitch. This is ours. This is our Transformer.
And it became a war as it went down.
Dog's going to eat, bro.
Yeah, dog got to eat. So they designed an animation model for Skyfire in the cartoon, who looked almost, apart from being red and white, looked almost nothing like the original toy. And they went on like that for years, where kids are like, "Oh, I guess close enough." When they had the toy,
I mean, you show up, dude. All the fucking, it's all gone, dude. You got to go with the other one that's there, dude.
And when they do in the future, when they did reissues of a lot of the Generation 1 toys, they couldn't even get licensing to re-release that thing because Bandai and Harmony Gold had such a tight grasp on that mold. They were like, no fucking way. This is our cash cow. Get away. And,
I wonder why. I mean, like, I guess like they're just trying to make like every single penny they can off it, basically.
Yeah, and when the first Classics line came out in the 2000s, they're like, well, okay, we'll make our own Jetfire. So they made a transforming Jetfire toy that looked very similar to the VF1, the original toy, but also bared resemblances to the animation model to a certain degree. And just because of the similarities to the VF1 toy, Bandai threw an ever-loving shit fit and tried to sue Hasbro over releasing their own Jetfire toy.
Dude, yeah. When it comes down to like copyrights and shit
And
like that, dude, like
happened,
people fucking go to war, dude.
It happened again when they tried to do the first convention exclusives for G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover. They took the Sky Striker toy, the one that looks like an F-14, and they put a couple of boosters on the back, like the VF1.
Oh, that's pretty
had.
fucking badass.
And they called it Jetfire. It didn't transform. It was based off the 30th
Yeah.
anniversary Sky Striker mold.
Makes sense.
But they put those red boosters on the back like the VF1 had, and they painted it up like Jetfire. And it came with one of the G.I. Joe figures. I can't remember which, Ace, I think. But when Bandai saw that, and they saw those boosters on a red and white F-14 type swing wing
What
jet,
the fuck are you doing?
they freaked the fuck out again and sued the shit out of Hasbro again. I think you can actually find on the Transformers wiki. You can find pages from the lawsuit.
That's pretty cool.
Because
Oh,
they lost again. Turns out Hasbro has more money.
Yeah, I think Hasbro's accumulated a lot more money than fucking Bandai over the years, dude.
Yeah.
It just seems to make a lot more sense.
Finally, they released a perfect mold, an animation accurate Commander class Jetfire. And he looks just like he did in the cartoon, but he's a swing wing red and white jet. And this time they nipped it in the bud because they showed the mold to Harmony Gold and Bandai beforehand and said, don't even fucking dare. This is our animation model. Don't do it this time.
Yeah, we're just daring them, dude. We're just like, come on.
And this time, surprisingly enough, we finally got a perfect animation accurate Jetfire, and they didn't do anything.
Dogs gotta eat, dude.
Yeah. Fuck you, Bandai.
Fuck
Break
you,
it down.
Fuck you, Bandai.
But it's funny because I love Macross too, and I love those toys, and some of them, especially from small sidetrack here. Macross Zero was one of my favorite movies of all time. It was a miniseries of 4 episodes that they combined all into one movie, and it's so hard to get that because Harmony Gold and Bandai fight amongst each other.
So you just gotta
For
get like a
licensing
bootleg
rights.
off fucking eBay or something?
Yeah, I had to get a Filipino bootleg that barely runs in some DVD players if I want to watch it. Fortunately, it works on my Xbox.
I gotta try to find an upgrade, dude. Get a bootleg
I had to
Blu-ray.
I had to get bootleg versions of the original Macross series because I don't want to watch stupid fucking Robotech. When they got it,
I don't blame you there, dude.
When they got Macross here in the States, they called it Robotech and they changed the story. They just
Well,
dubbed
then
it over
that-
with whatever they wanted.
It's not exactly the same thing.
No,
then.
it's not. It's garbage. Fuck Robotech. Break it down.
I think I have heard of Robotech. Like, it's just
It was popular enough in the
Okay.
late 80s, in the early 90s. But yeah, the original series was Macross, and it was so much better.
fucking
Show-
USA.
shows
Why
you-
they always gotta change shit, dude? Why, like, you're talking about that earlier about fucking England, dude. The England's, oh, we gotta make it appropriate for the fucking G.I. Joe. It's like, no, you show our cartoon in your stupid country.
They didn't. I don't think the G.I. Joe cartoon aired in Great Britain. I think they just had the comics.
That's what that's what I'm saying, dude. They refused an American cartoon. Fucking assholes.
Yeah,
dude.
and they had to change it. Like Duke is a fucking Royal Marine. Yeah, fuck that.
Now, fuck that, dude. We're fucking patriots here, dog. Ho!
Yeah.
Ho!
No, Duke's the all-American boy, college graduate.
Drives a fucking convertible.
Yeah, rain and tang all around him.
Yeah, blonde hair.
Yeah, eyes of blue, 6'2".
6'5", dude. Come on, dude. Don't give our boy that fucking dude. No, dude. 6'5".
He stands 8 feet back from the urinal when he pisses.
He top dogs every single one of you motherfuckers. Oh, oh. So let's get back to episode 7, fucking Fire in the Sky,
Fire in the
Dallas.
Sky. Yeah, we continue on with Skyfire. like, he's like, they get into their first fight against the Autobots, and they're like, wow, that Decepticon is fucking huge.
Dude,
Because
he fucking towered over him.
Skyfire is massive. He's just humongous. But he's a
so
gentle
big.
giant, too.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, these are the evil Autobots I've heard about. So he starts shooting at him, and they get in their first fight. Naturally, he kicks the crap out of the Autobots. No contest. And Spike and Sparkplug get separated.
Well,
and
Spike falls into the fucking water, dude.
Yeah, and Skyfire...
He's dead right there, dude. You're in Antarctica. You fall in the water and you get up. You're freezing, dog.
When you fall into under freezing water, you have maybe 2 minutes before hypothermia sets in and you experience cardiac arrest. Even less the lower the temperature the water gets. I would say falling into Antarctic water, you've got a minute 45 at best.
Well, it's just fucking them with their plot point fucking errors. That's
But-
all it is, dude.
Everybody knows, like if it had happened to Chip Chase, he'd have been fine.
Chip Chase fucks,
Yeah.
Dallas. He fucking fucks.
Chip Chase would have stepped out, reached in, pulled out his wheelchair, set it down, sat down, and just, breathed on his hands and then fanned himself off and he'd be fucking dry.
He's fucking done.
And tear apart an old school floppy disk just for good fucking measure.
Woof. Just fucking rips it, dude.
The Hulk ain't got shit on me. I'm
What,
Chip fucking Chase.
Chip fucking Chase fucks.
Chip fucking Chase fucks.
We're gonna make those t-shirts, dude. We're gonna make those fucking
I
t-shirts.
would wear that Chip Chase fucks.
Yeah, but fucking, he comes up on him. He's like, because he's all like nice to humans and everything, dude. So-
Yeah, they're like, get away from us, you monster. No, I'm not a monster. I'm your friend. Hey, come with me. I'll take you to Megatron and I'll show you how good the Decepticons are. And they're like, oh, buddy, you have been sold a false bill of goods.
Yeah, dude. They're just like straight up, no, dude. Decepticons are fucking bad, bro. The Autobots are good, dude. Come on.
I'll introduce you to my friend Starscream. They're like, oh, yeah, we know him. He's a dick.
We've met him a couple times. He kind of trapped us in a fucking cave once.
So Skyfire comes back and he says, I promised these humans their safety. Naturally, Megatron shouts him down and says, then you overstepped your bounds, Skyfire.
Well, technically, I mean, when you're not the leader in the situation, I mean, kind of.
Yeah,
Kinda
Skyfire was kind of playing fast and loose with the chain of command there.
Sure.
But he didn't really know what he got himself into. He was just following an old friend who
I
turned into a
mean, he just
complete
woke up
asshole.
after like 8 million years of fucking sleep.
Yeah, because it happened.
He's a
like
little
million-
groggy, guys. Give him a fucking break.
If I'd been sleeping that long, I'd be fucking chugging caffeine.
Whew. So much coffee, dude.
I mean, I'd be doing a handstand with a funnel in my asshole. Just
Just fucking mainline it, dude. Just fucking butt chug it, dude. Let's do a butt chug, dude. It's like, what are your parties known for? Butt chugs? What? Okay.
beer bong.
Beer bong in my butthole? What? Okay, whatever.
From beer bong to beer wrong.
Hey, man, I don't kink shame. We don't kink shame on this fucking podcast.
Thank
So what
God.
if I want to get drunk with a fucking butt plug? Whatever. Whatever.
But
Yeah, that's right. I just pulled her out, dude. So what? What are you gonna do about it?
gotta ventilate.
Come on, Bandai. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you stupid bitch? Break it down. Fucking podcast in disguise, episode 7, Fire in the Sky.
But yeah, Megatron immediately throws Spike and Sparkplug into this ice cage that he makes, and Skyfire goes running to Starscream saying, "These humans are innocent. They're our friends." No, they're not. They're despicable vermin. Fuck you, man. And Starscream shoots him in the hand, which is, that's not how you treat your friends, man.
No, dude, if you pulled your gun out right now and shot me in the hand, I'd probably be like, dude, we're not hanging out anymore.
Yeah, you can't come over to my house no more. No, where's my fucking finger?
Yeah, let me pick that thing up. I gotta go to Memorial.
I could probably put that back on for you.
I'd be like, all right, well, I'm reconsidering our friendship now. All right, Dallas, you can stay
I'm
over.
sorry. Here, I'll go get my suit.
I accept your apology. Don't worry.
But yeah, and then Skyfire's like, hey, these guys I'm hanging out with, they're kind of dicks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and maybe I've got things wrong here. And eventually, he sees, after the Decepticons engage the Autobots again, he sees the cruelty of the Decepticons, and Megatron's like, Skyfire, attack them, but they've done no wrong. I don't care, Skyfire, destroy them. I no longer take orders from you, Megatron. And he slaps on the Autobot insignia, and it does a big shining moment, showing that, you know, he's a fucking good guy now.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And that was one cool thing they did with the recent Commander class version of Skyfire Jetfire that they came out with. When you have him transformed into robot mode, the badge on his chest, you can flip it around like a little door, so you can swap it between Decepticon and Autobot.
Ah, dude, depending on what storyline you want to recreate, dude. Okay, cool, dude. Hell yeah. Be like, he's a bad guy all the time.
It's a great fucking figure.
That is cool. You got that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got... Dude, you got to bring it over.
If I didn't have forethought, I would have drugged that with me today, because that would have been perfect for this op.
Yeah, that would have been good, dude. That's fucking awesome.
I have it, and I love that one. It's faded from many hours of me transforming it back and forth, and it even has little slots where you can set little headmasters, which we haven't even gotten into yet. But he can carry passengers on him. He's so fucking big.
Oof.
Yeah.
Get Sergeant Slaughter up there, dude. Crossover.
Sergeant Slaughter probably ride on him like a surfboard.
At ease, maggot. What? What'd you call me?
You're going nowhere, Space Case.
Shit, dude.
You're an industrial grade foul up.
Fuck, dude. Oh, man. So, episodes fucking ends, dude. He's a good guy.
Yep. He gets in that final fight with Starscream where he's like, you know, I'm no longer your friend because you're a dick.
Oh, because, yeah, when they were, like, flying through the sky and shit.
Instead of shooting at each other, they decide that they're just going to go head on into each other in jet mode. And Skyfire, being so much bigger, just fucking wing checks Starscream and sends him into a snowdrift. But it causes Skyfire to spiral out of control and crash back into the ice and be frozen again. Never to be seen again.
That's kind of sad, dude. It's actually a pretty sad ending.
Yeah, for 3 episodes until they decided. Hey,
spoiler, dude.
You know, they're
spoilers.
all sad. They're sad because, he died saving us. He's frozen in the ice. We'll never see him again. And then later they're like, hey, we need Skyfire back. So they just basically take some industrial grade hair dryers and thaw him out. Hey, welcome back, bud.
Hey,
why didn't you do that right after it happened?
Exactly. They could have done that right at the fucking beginning.
But
we could have ended this episode on a fucking final note, dude. They're all just hanging out the Ark, just chilling. Dude, he's like, dude, you're an official Autobot now. Yeah,
you were an Autobot for 2 minutes and then you froze yourself. But hey, we got you back. And we didn't leave you laying in the snow as long as Starscream did. So
yeah, exactly. It wasn't millions of years. It was like 5 months, dude.
So, I mean, you know, dick move, yes, but not as big of a dick as Starscream.
Yeah, Starscream's a fucking dick, dude. So. All right.
But yeah, that was pretty much the gist of the episode. And they're like, you know, forever we'll remember you, Skyfire. And it shows the Aurora, and it's, you know, very deep and everything, and sad because Skyfire's gone forever. Kinda.
For 3 episodes, dude. Then we'll get back to him.
They bring him back when they need a transport everywhere. He's basically their jet. He's their 747 that flies into other
countries. So fucking big, dude. It's like when you see him standing above everybody else. Like, dude, he took Megatron and he just fucking threw him across, dude. No, it was so easy.
The figure I have is about a foot and change when he's standing upright.
Damn, 12 inches, dog?
Over.
Fuck, dude.
Probably closer to 14 if I had to guess.
Holy shit, dude.
He's a big one.
He's a big boy. So
the only ones that are bigger are the ones that we'll get into later as the series goes, like Fortress Maximus, Metroplex, Trypticon. I mean, those are Titans, and you're looking at like 2 feet in some cases.
Holy shit.
Most of them transform into literal fucking cities.
Damn. Damn, dude, we got a long ways to go on this podcast.
Omega Supreme turns into a whole base.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was on eBay and I was like looking at some of the fucking Transformers I got on there. Dude, there was some of them that were like $800.
Yeah, some of those, depending on what you're looking at, that going back.
I don't know. There was like a range of like 600, 500. I'm like, what the fuck?
A new Titan class Transformer, brand new, will usually run about $100. But that's because they're massive.
$100 is like, okay, I can see $100, but $800, dude, what the fuck are we doing here, dude?
That's probably one of the rarer ones. Like, I have a Golden Lagoon Soundwave. It is all gold Soundwave. It's vac metal, so it's not actual gold.
I'm telling you, we gotta take a camera to your house, like a crew, and we gotta film it.
Oh,
dude, you have such, dude, your collection, dude. Come on,
it's extensive.
We gotta throw it on YouTube, dude.
I don't even have most of it on display in my house. I keep most of it in bins that I rotate out depending on what my mood is.
That makes sense, dude. That makes sense.
But yeah, that would be an interesting filming day.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of episode 7, Fire in the Sky. Before we get out of here, we got an announcement. We got a very big announcement on the podcast.
We're gonna meet the fucking Sarge.
Well, we are gonna meet the Sarge. And with that being said, dude, we're coming out with a brand new podcast. Yo, yes. Joe.
Yep, a real American podcast.
Hell yeah, dude. Starting next weekend. Dude, Saturday, Sunday, dude. We got your early morning cartoons all taken care of.
Hell, we'll probably expand other things in the future, too. Who knows?
Well, we are going to meet the Sergeant Slaughter next weekend, dude. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, dude. I'm grabbing most of my Sergeant Slaughter merch for that one. We'll do that podcast and talk about the greatness that is the fucking Sarge.
The fucking Sarge. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kevin Porter, Dallas Baldwin.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next time.
Roll out.
Yo, Joe.
Channel 23 Productions.